So we're at a protest to resist the Taliban tyranny in Afghanistan, and I have with me Imam Dr. Hargey and Hannah Chowdhry from the British Asian Christian Association. We're going to ask Hannah to speak first, and then we're going to have the talk completed by Imam Dr. Hargey.
Hi everyone, I'm Hannah Chowdhry and I'm representing the British Asian Christian Association today. We have come out in support of today's anti-Taliban oppression protest in support of the Muslim Education Council of Oxford's desire to challenge the British government to intervene and protect Afghanistan's vulnerable women. We are also here to represent Afghan Christians left in the most tenuous of situations following the capitulation of the former US and UK-backed Islamic Republic of Afghanistan. A report on the Taliban's war against women, which was released by the US Bureau of Democracy, Human Rights and Labour States, in 1977, women comprised over 15% of Afghanistan's highest legislative body. It is estimated that by the early 1990s, 70% of school teachers, 50% of government workers and university students, and 40% of doctors in Kabul were women. Afghan women had been active in humanitarian relief organizations until the Taliban imposed severe restrictions on their ability to work. This gender balance was destroyed under the Taliban regime from 1996 to 2001. During their first war in Afghanistan, the Taliban closed down girls' schools entirely, even for primary school girls. They banned almost all education for women and girls. They removed all women from work except for doctors. They forced women to wear hijabs on threat of violence. The Taliban imposed punishments including stoning, lashing and amputation, and confined women to their homes. Women on the streets would have to be accompanied by a familial male, a process that created a sense of worthlessness. Many young women had hoped for much brighter futures under the improved freedoms of the previous Islamic Republic and Afghanistan regime. Since 2002, in cities under Afghan government control, millions of Afghan girls had begun attending schools and Afghan women had been participating in public life, including holding political office in greater numbers than ever before in Afghanistan's history. Though percentages of these empowered women are low by Western standards, it was a breakthrough for women's rights in the region. Government efforts and donor-funded programs led to a dramatic rise in the numbers of girls in school, with millions enrolled in the initial years after 2002. The number of girls in schools, their numbers reduced nationwide somewhat after 2014 due to factors including rising insecurity, discrimination, corruption and diminished funding. How much worse will this be under Taliban rule when no international dialogue will be entertained? Research by Human Rights Watch and others demonstrates a rising demand for education in Afghanistan, including a growing acceptance in many parts of the country that girls should study. NGOs that support community-based education, schools located in homes in students' communities have often been more successful in enabling girls to go to school in areas where they would not have been able to attend government schools because of insecurity, family resistance and community restrictions. I expect to see a regression from these short-lived advances. Young girls and women are seeing their dreams destroyed by the swift capitulation of Afghan forces to the Taliban. Under their rule, anyone who does not follow their strict guidelines could be jailed or beaten publicly, in the worst cases killed. There will be no voice for women seeking a fairer society.
Imam Dr. Hargey.
Today is a very sad day. It's 18th of September 2021. Today is the beginning of the new academic year in Afghanistan. Guess what? Only boys will be allowed to go to school from now on. No girls will be going to secondary school and very few will be going even to elementary or primary school. This is totally unacceptable. This is against the teachings of Islam. And how has this mess come about? This mess has come about because of what the West has done, what the United Kingdom, the US and other NATO powers have done. They have, after 20 years of invasion and occupation, they leave Afghanistan in a far worse position. They toppled the repressive Taliban in 2001 and in 2021 they give back that war-torn country to these fundamentalist tyrants. So this is really a sad day. We are protesting because we need to tell the British government that they need to do something about the mess they've created. We are showing Muslim people in this country, the British Muslims, that not all Muslims are supportive of the fundamentalist fruitcakes that are the Taliban. And so we have a very specific request or demand rather from the British government. Since you, the British government, have created this mess in Afghanistan, you need to help fix it now. We are proposing that you give at least 10,000 young women visas and scholarships to come to the United Kingdom to finish their education, to be trained in whatever field they wish, and hopefully one day go back and help rebuild the country. So we are here to tell the people, tell Muslims, tell the general public that listen, we are not in favor of the Taliban fanatics, their fascism, their tyranny, and that this needs to be opposed. In the meantime, we are offering constructive help for women in Pakistan, in Afghanistan, to be able to pursue their education and to follow their dreams.